So Nikita Dragun is absolutely insane. Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a astrological analysis of Nikita Dragun, this amazing girl, influencer, brand ambassador for many things, makeup blogger, everything you could think of under the sun. Trendsetter, just entirely different in her own right, for many reasons. Many people follow her. I think she has millions of followers on YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, things like that. And she's always been pushing against the grain, right? And when I found out that she was an Aquarius, I was not really shocked by that, to be honest, because she does seem very Aquarian-like, just by having that sort of personality that is very different and unique and stands out. And Aquariuses, they have to balance that energy between the group and themselves, and they have to be unique within a group. And most of the time, people that have heavy Aquarius energy will create their own community, because Aquarius rules the communities and rules, social networks and things like that. So I haven't looked at her chart yet. All I know is that she's an Aquarius. That's all information I have in my head right now. Don't have her birth time, so I don't have her ascendant. So when I pull up this chart here, you are going to see a little bit of a pretend ascendant, which is not her actual ascendant, because I don't have a birth time. But let's kind of get started and just see what Nikita Dragun is all about. So I'm going to put her chart up here right now. I love that. I think that's like the coolest part of the videos, is just putting that there. Love it. Anywho, so wow. Okay, so this is a very interesting chart. There's a lot of Capricorn Aquarius energy, which is beautiful, like absolutely beautiful for her. We have Pluto in the 7th house, which I'll talk about a little bit later. We have her Sun conjunct her Mars. Her Sun is also conjunct Uranus, which is interesting, just because that kind of adds more to the Aquarian vibe. Really wants her to go out and shine differently than others and be a different person and be her own person and be unique in that. And then her Mars adds to that drive to want to be Aquarian-like and create a community and really stand out and really network and connect with people and provide value within networks and things like that. And it's all in her, it's all connected there. The Sun, Mars, and Aquarius are all connected in the sign of Aquarius, which just makes more Aquarius energy. And then we have her Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces at the end of, or at the end-ish of Pisces. And if you see, there's actually a square to her moon in Gemini. So she has, having an Aquarius Sun and a Gemini moon is a very positive combination. It does have a need to communicate a lot. There is not a lot of fire in her chart. The only fire placement she does have is Pluto. None of her personal planets are in fire. It's a lot of air and water. And then we have her Mercury in Capricorn that's kind of grounding her thoughts as well. But anywho, having a Aquarius Sun and Gemini moon makes the person quite talkative, quite fun, quite, really entertaining and really quick-witted. And we have the Mercury in Capricorn that, like I said, is grounding that energy, is allowing her to really think strategically about what she says, where she goes. The thing that is an issue, though, with that is that it is conjunct Neptune. So since it's conjunct Neptune, there will be a lack of boundaries sometimes. So you really have to really find a grounding technique for your mind, because you will be super creative, which is amazing and beautiful, but you do need to find ways to steadily increase that. And Nikita, I know, has done that throughout her career, throughout her brand deals, throughout everything that she's done within her career, and focusing on that. She's really created a name for herself, literally, and she has really pioneered the beauty industry and all of that in fashion, and has really become a very strong personality, more so than she already was. So the things I want to talk about specifically in her chart are going to be the Venus and Saturn conjunction in Pisces, and the Pluto in the 7th house, or not, sorry, not the 7th house. It said it's in the 7th house, but it's not. It's in Sagittarius, which would technically be her 11th house, which then adds more to the energy of just depth and power in social groups and in networks and things like that. So it just adds more to that energy. And then we have her Venus and Saturn, which would be in her 2nd house. And then her moon would be in her 5th house. And then we have her Mercury, Jupiter, and Neptune in her 12th house. So the thing that's interesting about her, like I said, the Venus and Saturn conjunction is really powerful, really strong. So when Venus and Saturn come together, and especially Venus and Pisces and Saturn, it shows a very old soul, a very mature person, a very, a person that loves very deeply and knows how to love and knows what real love is and what their standards are, and they won't settle for anything less. And Venus in Pisces does love and knows how to love and is extremely creative. It's going to add to her creative flair that she already has. But with Saturn, it's definitely going to slow things down. Saturn in Pisces really asks you, or asks the native or whoever has that placement, to really get clear on what their limiting beliefs are, what their subconscious is telling them, what they have as value and what they can provide for others. But really unearthing and untangling a lot of your subconscious sort of programming to really find your truth, find out who you are, and love that about yourself, and live that, and live each day like you really, really are, an artist. Saturn in Pisces is such a beautiful, beautiful placement once it does become matured, which for her will be in like 2023 to 2026. And Venus does show that Venus and Saturn together does show that she probably won't find real love until her 30s or during her Saturn return, which is, like I said, 2023 to 2026. She definitely has had a very strong life and a difficult life. She did come out as trans and have that whole transition, which I applaud every single trans person that has ever existed and will ever exist, because I have so much mad respect for you, because the amount of strength and resilience it takes to stand at the world and say, this is who I am to my core, and I know that, and becoming that is such a beautiful process and such a strong process and difficult process to do in society, especially in our society that we live in now. And I think I know she's become a pioneer for that community as well, not just the makeup community. And she's definitely created a name for herself. She created her own brand around her name, which is beautiful. And she has some placements here that are really, really strong. The Pluto in Sagittarius in the 11th house is going to show a person that when they walk in a room, their presence is known. They're powerful. They're seen. They're heard. They're everything. And she has a lot of conjunctions, a lot of Aquarius, Capricorn energy. She has her Jupiter in Capricorn, her Mercury in Capricorn, and Jupiter in Capricorn just makes careers success a lot easier, right? Whereas if Jupiter were to be in Aquarius, for her, it would definitely make social justice things a lot easier. So it's really important for her to stand up for her truth and stand up for her cause. But Jupiter and Mercury in Capricorn could definitely be a placement that would over-communicate or just share too much sometimes. So that's something that I could definitely see possible for her. But honestly, the biggest thing I see, we have the moon that's getting squared by Saturn and Venus, both of which are going to make, the emotions a little bit harder. When moon squares Venus, what you emotionally need and your values kind of are at battle with one another. So she might have difficulty, emotionally connecting to what she values. She might be able to have this beautiful, rich lifestyle, but emotionally she might not be super fulfilled with that. She might just, have life. You never know. You never know their inner world. And the moon in Gemini here definitely shows a inner world of, just communicating and thinking and journaling and privacy. The moon in Gemini isn't a super private moon sign, but it can be when it needs to be. And I think the most important thing about anyone that has a lot of success in the public sphere is to understand that there is time when you have to recollect yourself, reconnect to you, and have your strong support, emotional, whatever, physical that you need to be able to combat the next day that comes up, you know, because being an influencer and being the way she is can be exhausting. It can be super exciting sometimes, but it can also be very exhausting. And I do worry with the Saturn and Pisces too. It'd be different if Mercury was kind of aspecting it. Oh, which it is. Haha. So Mercury's sextiling the Saturn, which isn't that bad. But drugs, I could see. Any sort of just drugs in general, drug abuse potentially is something I could see with that. But definitely, she definitely has her stuff together. And we'll definitely see a big shift in her between 2023 and 2026 when she does go through her Saturn return. I definitely foresee a very strong relationship happening during that time. There's a lot of emotional, you know, clarity and finding an emotional outlet for herself, finding friends, loved ones, family, anything that she can use as her emotional outlet to feel more emotionally secure. That's what I would recommend with her. Her chart is very, very strong and powerful. There's a lot of conjunctions in that Aquarius Capricorn energy, which is really unique and interesting. You know, and then there's that Venus and Saturn, which is just like keeps pointing at that, which is like a need to really solidify the values, solidify what you want in life and what she wants in life and what she's gonna do and where she's gonna go, you know. And then she has her North Node in Libra, which I completely forgot to talk about. But having the North Node in Libra is a real need to understand the power of relationships and the power of collaborating. And with Saturn and Venus conjunct, it might be difficult for her to work with others. You know, she might be very fiercely independent, but she needs to find a way to connect to others in a collaborative effort and not just outshine them. Which I'm not saying she's doing. I'm just saying that I think it is very, very heavily needed. She definitely needs to collaborate and understand the relationships can't work in tandem with one another. And collaborate. And collaborate not just for selfish sake, you know. But overall, that's, overall she has a beautiful chart. She has a beautiful chart, a very powerful chart. And I see why she has the success she's had and will continue to have. I'm very interested to see what happens to her during her Saturn return in the next 3 years. But other than that, that was my little astrological analysis of Nikita Dragun. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be doing more videos like this in the future. If you guys have any celebrities or people you want me to astrologically analyze, feel free to send me their names and stuff, and I will do my best to get it done. If you guys are interested in reading with me, I do astrology readings all the time on my TikTok, as well as private readings. If you're interested in those, feel free to reach out to me there. I have an Instagram, a YouTube, obviously YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, all of those things if you want to see more of me. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.